Welcome to the Fanzone. This is episode 429. We got the full crew here today. Let me move this over so you guys can see. We got Damien here.
I'm always here.
That's a lie.
I was here last week.
And we got Magnum.
What's going on, fans?
Sorry about missing Friday. Shit happens. Real life. Look forward to lots of fucking weird times, depending on work schedule. We may have to move shit around a little bit in the future. Today we've got some news, some Nintendo news. We got some Sony news, not specifically Sony news, but some Mark Cerny quotes.
Bullshit.
We got
I
some
call bullshit.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. We got some other little shit. We get to make fun of Sony and mods.
Yeah.
Big time. It gets worse.
Yeah.
The story just gets worse. So anyways, welcome to the Fan Zone, and let's get this shit started. Let's talk about Nintendo and the Switch. What do you guys
what we've been playing, fool? You forgot.
First, what do you guys think of the name?
What we've been playing, fool? You forgot? Damn, we've been going for that long? You forgot? Yo, what you been playing, Coel? Fuck.
Oh, we've been playing. I don't even know, man. I've been playing too much shit. I've been playing Neverwinter. I've been playing. It's been so long that I forgot, dude. I've been playing NBA 2K17. Thank you, Magnum.
Oh, you started that bitch up? Man, you don't even need. What are you thinking me for, man? You putting the money back on the account?
I'm putting that money back on that account. I'll be getting extra money.
No, How you just started playing it?
I started playing it, so they changed the shooting mechanic so much it completely fucks my game up, my shooting game up. But everything else is very similar. So it's the bouncing and the passing, the 3-button passes, all that's pretty much the same. It feels better. Like, movement feels better. What pisses me off is like when slow guys can get in front of like fast guys. They changed it. They capped off shit, which I always hate when they cap shit off. Like, make it harder for a tall dude to get really fast, right? But don't cap that shit off. So when you make your My Player and you go into your My Player game, right? You choose your position, and like I chose a point guard, and anything over 6'1", you start getting positive and negative attributes, right? And the taller you are, the slower you get. Like, the more negative your speed is and the more impact it gets. And of course, the taller you are, the easier it is for you to do a standing dunk. Like, that fucking matters as a point guard, right? The longer what's weird is the longer your arm span, the harder it is for you to shoot. For some fucking weird reason.
Okay.
So all these things like lower your maximum possible shit that you can do. So you gotta like balance out your character. You want your character too short, right? But you don't want your character so tall that it has a drastic negative effect, especially as a point guard or a shooting guard.
The facts, Yao Ming. That's fucked up because in the new NBA, you could be tall as fuck. Well, not the new NBA. You could be tall as fuck and still be able to run quick.
LeBron so can bullshit, fucking fly, dude, and that guy's what, 6'9"?
Who?
Nah, is he 6'9"? He's 6'9"?
6'7" and a half?
Like 6'7", 6'6", something like that.
Yeah, he's like
6'7", 6'8", yeah.
That guy was 6'8". That guy was 6'8".
Yeah, 6'7", 6'8".
But he can fucking move down the court. There's no fucking reason that
has to be down. That has to be a gameplay balance because it's a game.
Your weight is a huge impact as well.
You gotta eat some Wheaties.
Okay.
I ain't trying My Player. Can you guys hear my cats in the background?
No, not right now, no. Well, we'll tell you.
You might be able to pretty soon. They're starting to fucking bitch at the door.
Okay.
What have you been playing, Damien?
Nothing.
Nothing.
So,
We won't talk
Yeah,
about
you
that.
motherfuckers laugh. Just zip that shit up.
I'm not laughing. You the one going crazy. You didn't say nothing.
I've been dealing with some personal shit, personal issues. You know, but
Yeah, I
hey,
mean,
shit must get better.
hey, I heard it. I heard it turn on just a second ago. You gonna play some games while you're on the podcast?
I always play games while I watch a podcast.
What are you about to play? Then you can just add that onto the games you've been playing.
Something senseless. Destiny. Exactly.
Oh yeah. Wait, no, that's not senseless. No, that's not senseless because since the last time you and I have been on the podcast, fucking long, didn't that DLC come out? You didn't get that?
The Rise of Iron.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the Rise of Iron.
Talk about that shit real quick.
Just more Destiny.
Oh, okay.
Cutscenes are nice. It's basically saying, before time the humans were the Iron Lords. Cause I ain't seen nothing special about being an Iron Lord. And then there's
so what does that mean?
They were like the protectors, the real protectors. And then there was this stuff called Siva, which from what I see is like a virus.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like nano stuff from what they show in the cutscene, but when you get in the real world, it looks like veins just taking over stuff. So you play like 4 levels, which is the new campaign. Then they open some new areas for you to explore and that kind of stuff. The plague lands, and then they throw in a lot of new missions. They change up a lot of the strikes. Of course, they add a new raid, but I haven't done the new raid yet. You get to go to a new light level of 400. So it should be interesting, but I just doing the same old bullshit. I played a little bit of Recore. Recore, I like Recore. I think I'm gonna finish it over the weekend. It's kind of hard though.
It is.
Or else I'm fucking old.
It's fucking hard.
No, it is hard. It is.
What I really find hard about it is trying to extract the cores.
Yeah.
Mm.
While you're fighting multiple enemies.
Yeah, when you're fighting the boss characters. Like that second boss whooped my ass, man.
Nah, that core shit, man. I love that shit. That shit is that mini game is so fun.
That as a game that would probably be easier. It'd probably be easier, but you have to extract those cores, so it makes it
and then I wish there was another way to extract the cores. That pressing in the stick and holding it in is, I think that's what kind of.
And you just can't hold it in either. You have to. It's like fishing, right? So you got to play with it. You got to like a fishing line.
Yeah, push and pull and that kind of shit.
I thought that was actually pretty cool when I first figured that out. Because at first it was just saying pull, and I'm pulling. I'm like, why is it still breaking? It's because
all you got to do is look. No, go ahead.
Yeah, I hate. That's one of the reasons why I hate not having an instruction manual. Right? Because I'd be like, why can't I do this?
When you buy games digitally, right?
No,
but that's the next thing though.
They're not
even. Did you guys see like? Nah, go ahead.
They don't even have them in fucking disc. You open your fucking Xbox One disc and check for a fucking instruction manual.
But real quick, we already know they do that. The instruction manual is digital now. So, but yeah, go ahead, Damien.
I was gonna say I'm playing games long enough. Fucking manual. What is it? That money. Eat to jump, and trigger to shoot.
Hey, they saving that money. Remember that controversy years back? The game started coming without. But yeah. So what else you got, Dave?
I said I'm also gonna play some Wolf Amongst Us.
That's a fun game.
Yeah. Oh, in Destiny they brought back the Galahorn, so
it's not. They brought it back to
it's kind of
not being shitty anymore.
Actually, it's it's shitty. But now it's not just like you just you get it. You gotta do a quest to get it.
Okay, so it's like that sword type shit.
Yeah, but it's a good little quest though. Like you gotta find the plans, find the parts, and then put them shits together.
I accidentally deleted my sword.
Wow, you did that quest for nothing.
Yeah. I was
Well,
so
it's
mad.
funny because once you do the Rise of Iron, when you beat it, they give you a sword.
Yeah, I'm not.
Oh, really?
What is it, like $30? Yeah. Fuck that shit.
For a Rise of Iron?
Yeah.
I got it for $19.99.
$19.99 is still too much.
Really?
For
yeah.
Fucking the only fucking expansion that matters.
I actually didn't want it because I didn't like the fucking whole shit with Sony and fucking getting it for a whole fucking year. I think that was bullshit. No, instead of 1 year, like they get it for 2 years. All the exclusive shit. I think that's like real bullshit.
Yeah, I forgot about that. But they sold that for $20? That means they ain't put shit in that. Like, that's all that means. I thought that was gonna be like a $30 piece or something.
No, there's not enough content in it, and they
and I've been playing Who Got the Worst Fucking Debate. The worst debating skills. The worst debating skills. Hillary Clinton or fucking Donald Trump.
Oh god. To be honest, I already told you guys this election cycle, I'm completely out of it.
I'm gonna write.
I'm not even paying attention.
I'm gonna have a write-in. I'm gonna write somebody.
You guys not voting?
I'm definitely not.
I think I'm gonna vote. I'm gonna vote, and I'm gonna have a write-in name. I'm gonna write in like fucking Michael Jordan or something. I don't know.
To be honest, like, I won't vote because there is no way I'm voting for Hillary, and I'm damn sure not vote for Trump.
Even the third-party reps are kind of shitty.
Shitty, exactly. I was going to say I would vote for third party, but they're fucking shitty too. So
yeah, it's not like we got a Ross Perot or some shit, someone who's been a successful businessman for fucking 8 decades or whatever the fuck he's been doing. We get fucking some guy who wants to fucking cut our military and some crazy third fucking wave feminist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just fucking.
Yeah.
I'm tired of hearing these motherfuckers. When I say I don't want to vote, they try to act like I'm not political. Like, you're like, oh, you're not doing your duty. Bitch, I pay attention all fucking season. All season I pay attention. Like, I don't want to, that shit pisses me off. I don't even want to talk about this election. Because I kind of feel like I'm not doing my civic duty voting, but I already know they're trying to screw us over by putting fucking Trump and fucking Hillary Clinton together, as we all know. So I'm not falling for that trick. Fuck them. And Trump is losing in the polls, so I'm not worried that much.
Yeah, but what do you guys think about that whole shit with him touching fucking women?
Grabbing pussy?
He's grabbing by the pussy. Yo, you already know if that's what it took to understand how much of an asshole Trump is, then I don't even want to talk to you because you're not honestly paying attention. You're just watching TV and then going home and then fucking doing whatever. Like, you're not really into it. Like, because that shit, that's normal Trump. That's been Trump for how long? Like, I'm surprised people are surprised. Like,
dude, what's hilarious is all these people getting all uppity about it. Like, good men and boys don't talk about shit like this.
You stupid shit. I talk about that all the time.
Dumb shit. I said some worse shit. I said way worse shit than that, dude. And who hasn't had like their heart broken and been like, man, I'll fuck that bitch. Man, I'll fucking shove my dick up her ass, man. Fuck that cunt. Man, I'll slap her till her titties pop off. You say dumb shit like that all the time. People say shit like that, whether they're angry or they're just with their boys and they just say dumb shit. People say dumb shit when they're with their boys. And he's clearly with somebody chilling out and he's going to say some dumb shit. Like, I'll grab some vagina. Like, I grab some vagina too. I ain't going to grab the vagina that doesn't want me to grab it, but
Alright, to be honest, I say some shit. I talk shit all day. I wish someone would come in front of me and tell me what to say. That's one. Two,
You're not running for president, though.
Yeah, exactly. That's number 2. That's what I was going to say. I'm not running for fucking president. So, I can't, I mean, you can't be out there talking about something. First of all, it's kind of fucked up because it was a hot mic from way back in the day.
Like 11
it's not
years
like it's
ago,
something
right?
new. That's what I'm saying. It's not something new that happened. That's why I'm saying if you didn't know Trump was an asshole from way back then, like I don't know what to tell you now. But like,
but you know what's funny is like people really willing to support this motherfucker. Like America, listen, I gotta say you guys are fucked up, man.
People are supporting this guy because they're fucking tired of fucking people like Hillary, who's been a politician for 30 plus years, who's been she's the same shit. Remember what fucking they say? No, remember what they said about insanity? Hey, I'm not saying it's okay, dude. I'm just saying this is the reason why people are voting for him.
Wait, why we get so emotional? Goddamn!
I don't care. I'm not voting for either one of them. I'm just saying, you asked why are people voting for them. I'm telling you, the reason people are voting for him is because they're tired of the status quo. They've been voting Republican or Democrat for fucking God knows how long, and shit hasn't. We have like maybe once we had Reagan unfuck shit, and Bill Clinton was good for about 4 years there, and then NAFTA, but we won't talk about that. But for the most part, it's just been a fucking slime fest. Since fucking JFK, we've had shitty president after shitty president.
This just goes to show that fucking that America is just fucked up because
it's not Americans. No,
this is my thing though, Magnum. Right? All fucking politicians are the same. They talk shit and do nothing. All of them, everywhere in the world. Okay, they talk a boatload of shit and then they do a handful of nothing, right? But now you guys are willing to take a fucking rapist bigot
we already had one in office
and give that motherfucker access to the fucking nuclear codes.
We had one in office for 8 years in the 90s, dude. What are you talking about? This isn't a change. He's just running under a Republican. Yeah. Bill Clinton created the laws that put all these black people in prison. These 3-strike laws, these laws that target
then all black ass need to do better.
Well, you know
Stop getting in fucking trouble. That's what he's saying. Stop getting in trouble.
This is what I tell people.
No, that is not true.
If you don't do dumb shit, then you're not going to... This not always work this way, but you're generally not going to get thrown in jail.
No. The hell no. You know what? Move on to games.
Move on to games.
Say that. That is shit right there. And I don't want to go off, but just go into games. But all I'm going to say about that shit is, at the end of the day, you like Hillary. Trust me, I know about all that shit. I'm not into fucking politicians, career politicians. I'm not about that. But at the end of the day, Trump, yes, he's not a fucking politician. He's going to do some outside the lines type shit. But he's a fucked up person. I don't give a fuck about the whole grabbing the pussy shit. He was trying to be funny. He don't know how to crack jokes. He was whatever. He was on a high mic. That's cool. I don't care about that shit. But the shit that he says, the way he treats people, that whole shit about the whole locker room shit all we want. But going into backstage when females are getting dressed, and yes, when I was younger, I used to be into fucking drama plays and all that shit. I used to do that shit all damn day with my eyes shit. Like, I'm dead.
Magnum, this shit's gonna come back and bite you in the future.
No, it ain't gonna bite you.
Like, Magnum be running for president in 20 years, and like digging this shit up.
I ain't running for politics, and I say anything I say, I have no problem saying to someone. Trust me on that one. I don't give a fuck. We can pull up whatever years later. I don't care. But this shit, like, you can't go into. You're not. First of all, you're running that patch, and then you're going to go see the contestants. In the fucking, like, come on, like, I don't. We all know Trump is an asshole. When people, my problem is we can't just say like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm not even gonna get into it.
Yeah.
But all that, we're just voting for Trump because we're tired of career politicians. That is somewhat true, but that is coded as fuck, and I'm not dealing with it. You see what I'm saying? That itself, not coming from you because I know you for a while, but that line itself.
But Cruel is a fucking bigot.
How am I a bigot?
He ain't bigot. He's just weird as.
Dude, I'm the only white guy on a fucking podcast here, and then I go to the fucking war zone. I'm the only white guy on a podcast.
No, fuck that. He ain't getting away with that. He got fucking. He got Keely, right?
Hey, Keely writes black down when he goes. That's his official thing. He's like half black or quarter black. I can't remember. You'd have to ask him personally. But yeah, whenever he puts himself down, officially he puts himself down as African American black.
Oh, I was really?
Yeah,
that's fucking very interesting. But
that's how you know Cruel is a fucking bigot. When you know I'm the only white guy amongst X amount of black guys.
No, I don't care. No, I don't think you understand.
I didn't know you were white, Cruel. Cruel, I didn't know you were white.
Hey, I'm not Cruel.
I'm not really white either, but we won't go into that.
High-pitched voice, brother. I thought you were a brother with a high-pitched voice. Exactly.
Wait, weren't you Indian, Cruel?
Yeah, I have a ton of Indian in me, but I gotta get that. Look, I'm gonna get that shit official, and then I'm gonna start putting that on all my paperwork. I'm like Native American motherfucking Chickasaw, bitch. I'm a Chickasaw.
No, but to be honest, this country, honestly, no matter what anyone say, I don't give a fuck. You just read it, and I'm not fucking going into this country is racially divided. It's always been. It is, and
it only blow up because y'all got a black fucking president that everybody hates. Because you know what I'm saying? And Cruel was to fucking kill him.
The thing is, we all come out from our different perspectives, though. The Caucasian come from their different perspectives, the black people come from their different perspectives. But the fact is, the black people have been cheated on more than anybody.
No, that's some bullshit, dude. The Native Americans have been shitted on more than anyone.
What?
Y'all shitted on.
Are you serious? Well,
we shitted on. You know what?
Where's your fucking Trail of Tears, motherfucker? I can walk that shit today.
Trail of Tears? Are you fucking you telling me the Trail of Tears is something compared to the fucking transatlantic fucking slave trade? Are you fucking serious right now?
You do it.
The Trail of Tears compared to the slave trade?
They've been treated like this.
Fucking question.
That shit hasn't ended. That shit hasn't ended to this fucking day, dude. Where are you living?
That's equivalent?
Where are you living? Where the fuck are they living?
I asked you a question. Where the fuck Magnum? Where's our land?
Magnum, you got time to
Let me just say this real quick. The fact that I have to say I'm Haitian tells you something. Because I am fucking identifying with the slave land that my people got brought to. So I don't have. They know where their land is. I don't know what. Yes, they did some of us, but what happened was you motherfuckers.
Hey, the Native Americans didn't ask for the motherfuckers to come in here. Now,
you talk about Native Americans.
Yes, you know how many
fucking thousands of years we've been screwed over before Native Americans? Are you serious right now?
What, man? Cool, you don't want to do it. They were screwing them over.
You don't want to do it. You really do. Yeah, exactly, right? They got fucking Mohican, son. We don't got no fucking Mohican, son. Fuck out of here, bro.
We got nothing but fucking real, son. We got real, son.
I'm just fucking with you back.
No, we don't. No,
all right, let's go on with fun shit. Let's go on with some fun shit to talk about.
It's kind of
we're gonna talk about shit that means something. We're talk about
this week Nintendo
means something. This shit means something too. I'm black. That's my life. This fucking means something. This is not white privilege bullshit. This is what I'm talking about. You see, that's that white privilege bullshit. I'm talking about something that means something. We're talking about black people. What do you mean? You get me say that shit right there. Say let's keep this shit rocking.
Oh my god, dude, you got me over here crying. I'm crying, dude.
How the fuck we talk about black and Indians and let's talk about something that actually means something. What the fuck?
So Cruel, you say you want to start with the whole Nintendo?
Let's start with Nintendo. So what do you guys? What do you guys think about the Switch? The name.
The name.
Let's start off with the name.
Hey, pause. Oh, real quick before, because Gears of War, Overwatch, FIFA, 2K. What else? Gears of War, Overwatch, FIFA, 2K, and that's about it. All right, go ahead.
All right.
Yeah, what you were saying? My bad, I cut you off.
So
I was saying, I agree with you. Day one.
Switch.
Yeah, day one, B.
Like I hear a lot of people complaining, but to me, I think Nintendo got a great fucking idea on their hands. I think everybody should be concerned because what they're saying is basically, hey, you can get your games up today on the fucking fly. But not only that,
I'm sold, and I hate
think,
Nintendo.
I think it's a cool concept. I'm not a big portable guy, but at the end of the day, when everybody's hating on Nintendo, why you gotta love Nintendo? They're willing to think outside the fucking box. You know what I'm saying? If Sony were fucking smart, that's what a Vita would have been. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, that's what everybody said they wanted from the Vita, right? Let me be able to connect it to my TV. Let me be able to connect it to my TV. So, like people like me, I'm not a big handheld guy, so I'm gonna spend 90% of the time using it on my TV, playing my Nintendo fucking games. You know what I'm saying? And look at it this way: people only think about today. Nintendo can always say, "Hey, you don't have to upgrade the dock, but in 2 years we got a more powerful handheld portion, just the screen."
That's a
you see what I'm saying?
So let's roll from the start and roll down.
Or you just upgraded the dock.
Yeah.
You don't even have to get a whole fucking system. The name, I prefer the NX. I really prefer the NX.
I think a lot of people did.
Like, I hear people complain about the little controllers that they pull off on the side, they're so small, blah 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 blah. Why is it? Then don't fucking pull them off. Leave them on.
Yeah, that's true. You could keep them on.
So the naming, the name is kind of stupid for the controller. The Joy-Con.
Oh, yeah, that's real stupid.
Yeah, that is stupid. But
you could. Yeah, go ahead.
No, like I was saying, I see they in the commercial they showed where they had one of those, semi Xbox One controllers.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you got mad options, I would like to see what kind of online thing they're going with.
Online service.
Yeah. Even though with Nintendo, really, who gonna play any of their games online?
I don't want to say that because there was, if you remember, a couple of months ago, there was an article that I think we went over that showed or that talked about Nintendo developing their online system apart from everything else. Like they're trying to develop a new shit, and they had hired a company or some people to do that shit. This was a while ago, so I don't know. I think this time their online is going to be better, to be honest, but we'll see. I hope it is. All they gotta do is remove friend codes and fucking make sure your games are attached to your account and not the console. That's about pretty much it. Just make sure they should
Microsoft did when they shifted from the Xbox OG to the 360. I'm trying to find out what. I don't think anybody understands if the base is a separate power or what.
Yeah, it apparently enhances the fucking thing.
There was a quote that I forgot who was talking about it earlier today. They was talking about the portable shit and how the base. So pretty much the base has something in it, but it's not really that much power, and it's just like a little boost.
No, it's not much power, but it gives it more power. It gives it a power boost. So you can either change the base or you can change the tablet. And my thing is I heard people complain because I think they say the tablet is 900p or something. On that size fucking screen.
So exactly so.
Really from when we become fucking nitpickers. Gamers are like the fucking worst, man.
900p is fine for the screen. If it's a 16:9 screen, it's perfect. So I don't.
But you can see it is.
You can't tell the difference between 900p and 1080p on a fucking 6 or 7 inch screen, and that's what it looks like.
Exactly.
Because that's a dude's hand holding it, right? So I'm looking at that, and I'm looking at my 7-inch Kindle, and they look about the same. Like, I'm assuming his hand isn't too much bigger than mine, right? And it seems like about a 6 or 7-inch screen. At least 6 inches, but maybe 7.
That's fucking perfect. A 6-inch screen would be perfect.
That shit is smaller than my dick.
Facts. Facts. That's that average. That's that average white boy.
White boy.
But you guys know what happened, right? You know, because when they were bringing us over, they had us naked all the time, so our dicks used to hang. That shit got fucking long.
That's how it happened.
You guys didn't dress me over there. What are you talking about? Oh,
We didn't get no fucking support.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry. I was supposed to mute my mic.
It's too much laughing, dude. I'm over here coughing too.
No, that's phlegm.
So,
but nah, man, I really happy for Nintendo. I like the feedback. The feedback is like 80% positive. Only, like, to me, the people who are mad are like the Sony people. Like, why the fuck the Sony people mad at Nintendo? I'm just glad to see something different in the gaming atmosphere.
No, but
I wonder if Microsoft's
everybody billing. No.
I wonder if Microsoft's gonna put Minecraft on it.
Oh, they should. Oh, hell yeah, they will. Oh, hell yeah, they will.
That would fucking destroy everything.
Oh, they gonna do that.
You can build your shit on your TV and have it. Oh, hell yeah.
Think about it. No, fuck that. Think about it. The kids
you don't have
walking
to
around
play
with
the
that
shitty version either. You play the full console version when you take it out.
Exactly.
Shit. You got kids walking around with their fucking little ass portable shit, standing right next to each other playing Minecraft. And that shit has a stand too.
Yeah.
That shit.
You bring that out. You're like, oh, you playing on that fucking on your tablet, and you just bust out your Nintendo fucking Switch. Like, here's my fucking Minecraft, bitches. And if they make it compatible, which I hope they do, because it looks like, I wonder how Nintendo's network is going to be set up, but if they allow a little bit more openness in their network, then maybe they can make it compatible with the mobile and PC and Xbox versions.
Oh, you know what that shit needs? It has to have. It don't have to, but it's kind of crucial. It should have like some Miracast type shit.
Miracast?
Bluetooth? Yeah, Miracast or something.
I don't know.
Because that shit would fucking that shit would work well. It'll probably take a little bit more. I don't know. Actually, I don't know how Miracast works. I don't even say that. But why not? Should you play it on your fucking portable? You don't have your dock with you. You at someone's fucking house that has a TV that can do it. Boom.
That dock don't look very big either.
No, I don't.
That shit in a fucking bag.
You know what I like too? I love the fact that it covers the screen, so you don't distract you.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. For me,
I wish it covered the whole screen though. You know, it'd be kind of. You know, it's awesome.
It does cover the whole screen.
It does cover the whole screen. It just keeps the controllers off.
No, I'm looking at it. It doesn't cover. There's like a little sliver of the screen that's poking out on top.
Man, yeah, but that little shit ain't nothing to talk about.
Oh, there is.
Until something hits it, right?
I don't know, but for me,
it would be nice if it was just a little bit higher.
Nah, for me, like when I fucking like right now, I could be using that shit heavy right now. And if I'm on like playing online gaming or something at home, and like when you die and you gotta wait till you die, I can just switch over to my fucking Switch right next to me and play whatever little thing I'm playing for a little bit and hop back and forth. Like, I like that.
Exactly, cause I already say like I think I'm gonna just get Final Fantasy 15 on that, cause you can always just. I love the fact I wondered why they went cartridge. I see why. Don't have to worry about putting in a big hard drive, no loading. You save the games right there, right fucking there. So you don't need to play your games on the fly. No fucking internet. The game literally goes with you.
Well, to be honest,
I'm very curious about the battery life, though. Very curious about the battery life.
Didn't they say that the dev kits was at like 3 hours? Some shit like that. 3-4 hours. But the battery life, that could be a killer. But fuck, bring a fucking USB cord or something. Bring an outlet. Not bring an outlet with you. I don't shit at that. Bring an outlet with you. But yeah,
I think that's just people guessing. They don't know for sure.
Yeah, I was guessing. This is all guesstimation right now. No,
Listen, it looks thick as fuck. So I'm guessing it's gonna have a big ass battery in it.
You said it looks thick?
Yeah, it looks thick.
Cool. Oh, you know, you got fucking problem with size, you know, dude. You got real problem with size. Yeah,
man,
you got real fucking problem with size, dude.
It's thick. Oh my god, that's thick as fuck. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, yo. This only was good. Yo, I only heard that shit from a female before, my nigga. Yeah, that shit mad thick. Fuck. This shit thick.
No, the fucking console looks thick. The handheld is thick, so I'm thinking.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
We went from 6 inches to thick. But nah, like the shit's gonna be popular. I really do like it. To be honest, Now in terms of what they were saying, there was like what 1 teraflops in that shit or something like that. 1 plus.
That's what they say.
We don't know
until Nintendo say something.
That nobody knows what chip they have in it. They don't know if it's the X1 or the X2,
X1 or X2,
or how heavily modified it is.
Why they don't stop speculating?
But at the end of the day, if it's a modified X1 chip, that means it's more powerful than the X1 chip, at least. Yeah. So, how much is X1? How powerful is X1? How many?
Like 1.3 teraflops.
Yeah, a little bit more powerful than the Wii U. Just a little bit less powerful than the current consoles. Depending on how much they modify it. There'll be an extra headroom because it won't be. You'll be able to code to the metal. You can't do that with Android devices.
Okay. But yeah, that definitely should suffice, and that's baseline if it's modified, so that should suffice for Nintendo type games, most certainly. Now third party, I don't know how long they're gonna have third party on board, but I don't really care, to be honest. To be quite honest, just for the fact that I can move that shit everywhere with me, and it's small as fuck, and it's Nintendo games.
Listen,
I literally have a Nintendo portable now.
I literally buying one for my fucking kids who play games, which is like most of them. Like 3 of my kids play games, and all of them want it. Yo, you know those guys did a show on the Coalition about it, like a react show.
Yeah.
Yo, my fucking was like, what a bunch of assholes. I'm like, what, child? You cuss? They're so fucking like objective, like, you know. And you know what? And she said something that made sense to me. She said it's like all of them are set the fucking, like, she didn't say fuck it, but she like all of them just saying the same shit. Like not one of them could be, objective. Like, everybody like, oh, it's Nintendo and his shit is gonna die because Chris fucking say so.
Yeah, I don't even want to get into Chris. Because that was straight bias.
I want that shit sell so fucking good to make all them motherfuckers eat crow. Every last one.
Yeah, there's a lot of hate
for
that shit. I don't
know, right?
Yeah, he's a fucking.
So when I say he's not, so when I put in the comments he's biased, and they telling me no, like how can you?
Listen, I actually made a mistake and listened to the last episode of the Throwdown. You guys should listen to that shit. Microsoft is losing money because they're selling the Xboxes for next to nothing to win NPDs. I'm like, no, they're not.
That's not why they're losing.
Xbox One S, and then they talking, well, PlayStation only lost because everybody's waiting on the PlayStation Pro. And I'm like, that's such a bunch of bullshit. Not one of them fuckers could have even say, wait. But then Microsoft won the NPDs in July when the Xbox One S wasn't even out yet. Weren't people waiting for the Xbox One S? The fact is, people tired of Sony and they bullshit. And for the past couple of months, Sony just been fucking people over. Why they don't say that? Raising the price on shit, telling you ain't getting shit. What fucking game they got coming out this year to make you buy a PlayStation anyway?
Last Guardian went gold.
Ah, fuck that, guy. Who gonna play that crap?
Hey, nice drop core.
Something, right?
No, but really, though, Magnum, I was thinking about it today. I ain't even buying a Pro. I'm not buying a Pro. after I see the Nintendo Switch, I'm gonna have a Xbox One, Xbox One S, a Scorpio, and a fucking Nintendo Switch. And that's my gaming right there. I don't need a PlayStation. I ain't buying a fucking PlayStation for 3 games. And then the last Uncharted was garbage? Hell no.
So you telling me right now that 8.4 teraflop console, the Pro, it's not going to get you to buy it? You're going to wait 6 teraflops for the Scorpio next year? You're crazy.
You know what's so fucked up? Oh, Microsoft can never get 6 teraflops and do 4K 60 frames per second at that cost. But fucking Sony gonna get it done at $399.
This is Nintendo, right?
Oh, my bad.
We're just jumping in there.
Yeah, you know what I do.
Yeah, you jumping on Nintendo on Sony.
Nah, but we pretty much with the Switch. Hold on, real quick. What do you guys think about the lineup they said they're gonna have? Because I heard that they're gonna have a crazy lineup.
I just want to stick with the Nintendo originals. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm honestly not gonna get any third-party games on it. Makes no sense. Unless it's let me don't say none. I'm gonna get probably, like a little quick game or something, like Telltale games, that kind of stuff. But mostly it's for Nintendo games.
Oh, okay. Like, I don't know, because you guys saw that Mario game they dropped in that little, that shit look phenomenal.
Yeah, exactly. So like when I'm traveling, that'd be my shit right there.
That shit look like a mix between Mario 64 and Sunshine. Mm-hmm. For some reason, when I see that shit, I see like fucking Sunshine. But yeah, I don't know. I'm hyped. I'm ready. It'll be great for fighting games, all that. Well, I won't even say that, depending on the controller you have. But I'm getting it. As long as it comes out $300 or cheaper. If it comes out,
I want to see how it's gonna connect to like how you can connect multiple ones, like how they were showing, with the guys who are doing the whole soccer shit. And then Hank, who's gonna be on the basketball court and pull out a video game? Fuckers who want to play video games on a basketball court, nigga.
Or people waiting.
Exactly.
Waiting.
Thank you, yo. Bruh. I ask a person who plays basketball all the time. Clearly, those motherfuckers don't play ball, bruh. Because when you playing ball, and you at the court. First of all, when you're nice, you stay on the court. Trust me. But before you get on the court, there's always people there sitting down. 3 or 14. Mm-hmm. So you sitting down waiting. I could see you doing that. I wouldn't do it because I ain't gonna get on a basketball court with a switch. Fuck, I was like, but
motherfuckers.
You most certainly. I hate them. Yeah, they over here talking about some. You playing ball, you don't know. You gotta wait to play ball. You just don't get on the court. There's already people playing. You gotta come, wait for a little bit, and then afterwards you gotta stay on the court so you don't get off. But whatever.
Yeah, that's what blew my mind. Like, who goes to the basketball court and plays video games? Like, motherfucker, the people not playing the fucking basketball game. Especially if it's a small court. You got like 4 teams or something. You got like 1 team, 2 teams on the court, and then you have 2 teams on the fucking playing video games. That works.
and I believe that shit is gonna fucking sell in droves. I believe it's gonna sell in droves.
It'll be a nice complementary console if you got PlayStation or.
That's why it's gonna be for me. That is exactly what it's gonna be for me. It's not gonna be a main fucking console for me.
I wouldn't even say that.
It'll be my mobile console. I'll probably trade in my Vita. I think.
To be honest, I can't even say that.
Got one of those?
Yeah, I still got my Vita.
You do?
Yeah,
I believe Nintendo got a fucking hit, and I love the fact with their, they're not competing, because at the end of the day, they will pull that fucking handheld market.
Whoa. You better watch what you say. Just watch the whole episode of freaking Reactcast, and Chris says Anyone who fucking says they're not competing is a fucking idiot. So you better watch what you say.
Yeah, Chris nigga get a fucking job.
Oh, shots! I thought y'all was friendly. Oh my god.
Friend.
Okay.
Friends. Nah, them motherfuckers like to talk shit about people and don't like to give you a chance to defend yourself. They could go fuck themselves all I care.
But nah,
I hate bitches like that. My thing is, if you want to talk shit about me, come give me a chance. Let's talk shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't talk shit and then run behind your fucking. Oh no, but you see, we don't have no room and blah blah blah. Now, motherfucker, you're scared. You're scared.
Oh my god! I didn't know there was all that going on. Well, I knew some of that, but no.
No, because you telling me. Listen, that thing, you know, at the end of the day, you know what? You know why those guys so fucking mad? Because Sony fucking handhelds suck. You know what I'm saying? If you couldn't fucking what the PSP, if you couldn't fucking like what mod that shit would have been fucking dead on arrival.
Nah, I'm gonna be honest. A lot of Sony fans are fucking. You're right. They're all afraid right now. If you're looking at it from fucking fanboys, my shit's one, my shit's, you know, that fucking viewpoint. Because if you look at it, the tides have completely changed for Sony. This in the gaming landscape. Because now, depending on if people are still fucking interested in the Switch and the shit genuine, you have fucking Xbox coming down full steam ahead on all fronts, and they're selling well. And you have Nintendo now creating a crazy buzz. Because I'm dead ass and doing that shit day one. And like you guys were saying, it might be your second console. It's mostly going to be my second console, but I won't say that because of the simple fact of what Damien said. Because there are certain games that I will only play. Like he said, Final Fantasy 15. I would most certainly buy that if it's the same on all platforms. I would buy that on the NX.
That's what I'm getting it handheld because that's what I'll play, you know, on the go, and when I'm home sitting in front of my TV.
So certain games, depending on your interest level and how much you really want to sit in front of the TV and play that game, I could most certainly see myself buying that shit on the Switch. Like something like Final Fantasy, like those RPG games, I'm not the typical guy to sit and play that shit for hours on my TV screen. But if I had it on the go, yeah, I'll play that shit for a little bit.
Exactly.
I was doing that shit with my Vita. I was playing Mad RPGs on my PSP. I was playing Mad RPGs on my PSP. Because I didn't want to sit down and play that shit on the TV. To be honest, like I play that shit on the go. When I'm at home, I should play fucking multiplayer shit. But yeah, that shit could definitely be more than your second console. It'd be a hybrid console. Yeah, 1, 2. But yeah, that's enough for next.
That's gonna definitely be my, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, I just, you know, these guys are shit on it because they don't like fucking Nintendo because Chris got fired. Yeah, eat a dick, Chris.
Damn, you said that shit 10 times.
He kind of talked like he left. Did he get fired or did he leave?
I don't give a shit. My thing is you know that bothers me is, Microsoft came out and announced 2 consoles at a conference. Oh, this shit not gonna work. That's confusing the fucking consumer. Oh shit, the S is selling like hotcake. Oh yeah, that's because people waiting for the Pro. Sony come out. Oh well, we got a PlayStation Slim. That shit flopped. What the hell is that in the background?
Oh no, that's Miguel. One of the guys.
No, I'm saying because you telling me. My thing is this, right? Microsoft bring out the Xbox One S. It jumped to the top of the fucking MPDs, right? Sony bring out PlayStation Slim, dead. You know,
yeah, but that's because Sony shot themselves in the foot, like they always do for some reason. They literally shot themselves in the foot with their Slim and Pro strategy.
My thing is everybody saying, listen, this thing is better value. The Xbox One, I said, you know, and that's the thing that pisses me off. Like none of them will be willing to say the Xbox One S is better value. It's, you know, oh, the VR is nice. The VR is nice. No, it's not. It's fucking terrible. And I understand the sales numbers were shit.
So they were?
Well, cool out. Give us the thing.
What thing?
How much were the sale numbers? I heard they were not as good. I heard it was like 100 and something thousand.
Dude, I don't even pay attention to that shit anymore.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah,
So wait, they
that-
sold wait, you tell me 100,000 worldwide or US?
No,
Is
like
that-
150 something thousand. Well, where did it come out? Didn't it just come out the US?
I don't know. To be honest, I just saw mad fucking VR news. I didn't even know. Then I'm like, why is there all this VR news? I'm like, oh, okay, shit came out.
You know,
I don't
my
know
thing
when,
is, and then they want to compare that shit to the Connect. Motherfucker, the first Connect sold 25 million. The second one
I don't
sold
even
like
know.
5 million.
That is the most biased piece of fucking argument I've ever had, ever. That Connect argument is, I literally despise that argument. That argument is so stupid. Because it's all on the whole Connect can't work for hardcore games. That's literally the genesis of that fucking argument. And it's proven wrong. And I could prove anyone wrong. They want to have that conversation, but whatever. Because like I said, if Skyrim had Connect support, the remastered version, I'd buy it. I told both of you guys I'm not buying that shit. I'm not buying it. Because that game is
I ain't buying
easy.
it.
It's much better with Connect. Much better. And that's not a debate. If you feel some type of way, you could kill yourself. Actually, don't do that. Don't lie. But I feel really bad. But yeah, you can fuck
Oh,
off.
the one on the
because you
360,
don't
the one on the
know.
360 had Connect
The
support.
one on the 360 is the
The one on the 360
That-
had Connect support.
Yeah, exactly. And whenever anyone who plays Skyrim knows, you gotta go through mad menus to do whatever the fuck you want. If you want to equip something to your right hand, you gotta do mad menus. Connected to say it was popping up. Much better. That's the only reason why I know Fusro Da. That's the only reason why I know that shit. Because I know when I want to do it, I gotta fucking say that shit. Fusro Da. Fly, bitch. Move the fuck out my way. And that would be the fucking, I think that was it Fusro Da, the one where you just blow mad wind and the person goes flying, I think. Yeah. So, I'm disappointed. I hope. Oh, that's the question I was meant to ask, or hopefully you guys can answer. Can they add Connect support, like mod support, to the Skyrim remastered? Is that possible?
That's a good question. I don't know who else would know that shit.
I don't know.
Nah,
Kind of interesting.
I'm a fucking ask fucking Phil Spencer my damn self. I'm dead ass. Like, I need to know. Because if they have that, I instantly buy it. But if they don't, I'm not. Because I'm not going through all that. For no one. Not even Skyrim. But, alright. What's next?
So we could talk about the whole PlayStation 8.4 shit.
Yeah.
So in an article,
But wait, Cruel. I thought power didn't matter. It's all about the games.
this has nothing to do with this. We're not gonna. We'll talk about the Sony ponies and the Xbox afterwards. I'm just gonna
Hey, be
talk
careful
about.
what you're calling people.
I'm just look. If you're going crazy over this, you're fucking idiots. But I'm gonna go over what he said, and there was a couple cool pieces in here on the Eurogamer article that was really interesting. So one of the let me see if I can find it real quick. So one of the interesting things is that Sony has added an extra gig of DDR3 RAM to the PS4 Pro.
Yeah, but isn't that like a backup thing?
My God.
Like,
let me finish explaining. I'll get
man,
to
go fuck yourself. You fucking
Let me fucking get to
goddamn
explaining,
engine.
dog. Let me explain myself. Let me explain
your
it.
goddamn engine.
Let me explain it. Why are you throwing racist remarks at my people?
Funny.
So there was a couple of interesting things. So it's gonna have an extra gig. It's gonna be DDR3 based, and what's gonna happen is apps. When you move to a game, they'll move that app off the GDDR5 and onto the DDR3. That DDR3 is not going to be used to run the app. So while you're running the app, it'll use the whole gig. That'll give developers extra 512 megabytes of RAM to use. The other 512 will be used for fucking 4K displays.
For fucking?
So yes, for fucking basically. For 4K for the UI to be ran in 4K, they need an extra 512 megabytes apparently. That was interesting. I don't think anybody knew. The next interesting thing is they asked why they didn't allow games to just use the extra speed bump in a GPU or CPU. And he said that they were worried about compatibility issue, which tells me that they can't scale up like Microsoft can.
Well, before you go on, I just want to say something. A lot of people making a lot of talk about what Microsoft say, 4K, 60 frames per second, right? And they don't understand what Phil Spencer said. He's saying the current games that will come out on the Xbox One will be running at native 4K, 60 frames per second. So it seems like people think like, for our generation, games are gonna be running at this high resolution. I don't understand. How come when it's fucking Sony, I can understand what Sony's trying to say, even though they don't say shit. Anyway.
So that just goes to show everyone, like we already knew, but people always want to hate until they get smacked into their face and they try to find another excuse to. But as we already know, that UPP that we've been fucking purporting for mad long, or talking about for mad long, that
the
shit
UWP
is fucking UWP. Yeah, you're right. I said UPP. UWP is fucking very important because
and direct
obviously, if what Corell is saying or he's leading into is true, like that's major. So you're telling me I can't use 8 point whatever gigs because you don't have a UWP program?
Yeah, they have
for developers already.
Well, they don't even have
or something like that.
Microsoft OS allows the games to scale up.
Yeah.
Right, so games that could use the extra GPU power on the S, use the extra GPU power on the S, and it doesn't. It has larger effects on some games and smaller effects on other games. Games that are CPU bound, it has almost no effect on. But games that are GPU bound, you see increased frame rates.
Yeah.
You see games that maybe went down under 30 frames a second, like level out a little bit. But you can't. They didn't do it, so I'm trying to find. So this is his quote from Mark Cerny. Quote, I've done a number of experiments looking for issues when frequencies vary and laughs. I think first and foremost we need everything to work flawlessly. We don't want people to be conscious of any issues that may arise when they move from standard mode to the PS4 Pro. Which makes me think that that's a problem. They can't scale. And I think that's something to do with their OS that they're using, and I think it sucks for PlayStation fans because these games are going to scale up on the Pro. I mean, these games are going to scale up for the Xbox One to the Scorpio, and they're not going to scale up at all from there to the Pro. They have to actually have a patch and be able to scale up to the Pro.
So, all right, so let me make sure I and users could understand this a little better. So pretty much because they're using DX or whatever Microsoft base OS on the console, and Microsoft owns that console or owns that OS, that gives Microsoft an advantage when it comes to this.
The fact that their OS is a PC-based OS.
Mm-hmm.
So if you buy a new video card and you slam it into your computer, the games just run better. The same thing applies for the OS on the Xbox One. They put a better GPU on the Xbox One S, and it gives better performance. So
yep, even though it's minor.
Yeah, it's minor.
But what API are they using?
It's just DirectX 12. So games.
So
games that even DirectX 11 based games that are GPU bound will show some improvement. Some games show. No game will show less improvement. No game will run worse on the S than on the original Xbox. But every game that can use the the GPU will run better.
No, I know that, but what I'm saying is it coded in the API? That's what I should have said from the get go to make it simple. Is it coded in the API?
I think the API allows it to happen because it's a PC based API. I don't want to go into specifics because when you start going into APIs and libraries and shit, that's getting out of what I know and I understand.
Okay.
That's something that you have to. Yeah, you need to talk to programmers.
So to anyone, okay, because my question was just because I thought the DX11 API they're using or whatever they're using on Sony, like why can't it just whatever? Continue.
I think it's the OS. I don't think it's the API. I think it's the OS.
It's OS, okay.
That's
See,
my
obviously,
opinion.
I don't understand
I'm not 100% sure, but that's my opinion. I think that's.
We're just asking people. That's it.
Yeah.
We're just asking. But yeah, that sucks. Because if you really have 8 point whatever teraflops in there, and you can only use what 4 point what? How much are you outputting?
It's 4.2.
Listen, I think he's talking bullshit. I honestly call bullshit on the article.
Yeah, because that sounds.
Because my thing is this, right? The Scorpio came out and announced 6, right? Mm-hmm. You as Sony gonna come out after to talk about your shit, and only now 3 weeks before you launch, you're gonna say, "Oh, we can do up to 8.4 teraflops." Bullshit. I call bullshit on it.
But aren't they doing SOI in the PlayStation? Isn't that what we found out?
It don't fucking matter what. They could be doing GOD.
So here's the quote directly from. And so the quote that he says is, quote, "One of the features appearing for the first time is the handling of 16-bit variables. It's possible to perform 2 16-bit operations at a time instead of performing one 32-bit operation," he says, confirming what we learned during our visit to Vufu Studios to check out Mantis Burn Racer. In other words, at full floats, we have 4.2 teraflops. With half floats, it's now double that, which is to say 8.4 teraflops in 16-bit computation. This has the potential to
16-bit
radically increase performance.
16-bit. 16-bit Krill. 16 fucking bit.
Yes. That's 16-bit.
So I didn't hear that. So that's like some fucking inside the lines bullshit. Where you could say you could fucking do something at 16-bit. Okay.
So there's
Magnum. You know your current OS runs at what? 32-bit?
Yeah, 60. I don't know what these video
I
think mine's is 60. I don't know. It's 32 or 64.
Okay. So you understand where I'm going, right? You understand where I'm going, right? 16-bit is fucking nothing.
Some things,
like ain't nobody. You know, if they're saying that they programming their shit in 16-bit, that's a definite fucking indie with anyway, very 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 non-computing power. So of course they could get 8 teraflops out of that shit. You get fucking 20 teraflops out of that.
So you're saying Sony's being very political right now?
Yeah,
more like a corporation than a company for gamers.
Oh, how dare you say that about Sony? Open my mouth and fucking move my tongue.
You said what?
But here's the thing. So this technology they're talking about is from Vega, which is going to be most likely the video card that's going to be used with the Xbox Scorpio. But the CPU, not the video card. No, Vega is the video card. This is what they're talking about, the video card.
Zen is the CPU.
Is the CPU. So the same thing could be said for the fucking Scorpio. But nobody in their right mind should be talking about the Scorpio and say that it's 12 teraflops. That should never come out of anybody's fucking mouth. I don't want to hear it out of anybody's mouth. If it's 6 teraflops, it's 6 teraflops. If it's 8 teraflops, like some people are trying to say, it's 8 teraflops. But whatever the fucking teraflops it is, at 32 32-bit operation, that's what it is. Because very little can be done using 16-bit operations. There's some stuff that they can play around with. We can all enjoy, right? But just people need to calm the fuck down with this shit. If you guys are gonna tout this as some kind of fucking Scorpio killer, just understand that the Scorpio will likely have the same technology. So it's kind of stupid to even talk about it. Just enjoy your Pro console. If you're a Sony only owner and you're never going to buy any other console, enjoy it for what it is. It's an increase in performance, especially for your VR games. And don't try to compare it to a superior console. It's not even fucking close. Adding double precision 16-bit computation, something that the competing console will also have, is just dumb. And I think that Mark Cerny probably wasn't thinking about that. I don't think Mark Cerny thinks about that. I think Mark Cerny says, "Oh, here's this cool feature, and let me tell them about it."
So my thing is, did they put up an audio of the interview, or they just take the excerpts?
I don't think they have an audio file. If they do,
then I ain't giving this shit no fucking thing.
Yeah, to be honest,
you can't hear how he said it, right? You don't know if he said it like in like passing, like it's
exactly
gives us 8 point, because he says that he says 8.4 teraflops and 16-bit computations. So there's a limited amount of things you can do with 16-bit computations in the current AAA games. Some other games will be able to use it, but most games are going to be using 32-bit computations for almost everything.
Okay. So this was a non-story. Thanks, Tony, for bringing it up, making me think it was a story.
It was not Sony that made it a story. It was the fanboys who made it a story.
I don't know. I woke up at 4 o'clock, which is why I wasn't up earlier to do this shit earlier. And I'm like, I go on my YouTube, I see Tony's take. Watch that. I'm like, oh shit, 8.4. Oh my god, what happened? I just went to sleep.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they went back into the lab and killed that motherfucker over.
Word. But yeah, okay, so that's really not even news. I thought it was. Okay. So what else is going on? Oh, okay. So apparently there's 3 new titles added to the backwards compatibility: the Orange Box, Galactic Legions, and Joe Danger 2.
Yo, I don't give a fuck. Lost Odyssey is backwards compatible. It's a 22 point. Well, it's a 22 point something download, but I am going to be playing that shit from next week. Actually, no.
I gotta find out who the fuck.
I'm playing Gears of War next week.
I'm
playing Gears of War next week.
I gotta find out who the fuck has my copy of.
Ha ha ha!
I fucking hate that shit so much.
One of my friends has it. So
Lost Odyssey?
Yeah.
No, Magnum. What do you mean, Lost Odyssey?
No, I don't hate Lost Odyssey. I actually want to play it a lot, to be honest. I want to play it badly. I want to play
your games.
No, but I hate the fact that it's. No, I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about the fact that you have to have the disc itself.
Yeah.
I know Phil Spencer said they're working on the digital, so I gotta wait for that. But if they don't get that fucking solved, oh my god, that's
only the disc. Only the disc one you need. Oh, you
only
just put one of the discs. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Shit, so I guess we solved the controversy from 10 years ago when Lost Odyssey was first about to be dropped. You remember that controversy? Like, can you just put disc 1 in and just play off on the disc? And we found out that you had to switch 5 discs and people got mad. But nah.
Yo, I don't know. You say you never played it, but that game was just fantastic, dude. That game was.
Yeah, no, I played the fucking opening like an hour into it. Because that's when I remember, because that game came out, the cutscene was crazy, and around that time I was still playing N3 99 Nights, and I remember I loved that game too, and I saw that, I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna play that, but then I played an hour and I was like, yeah, I'm good. There's a lot of talking, and I ain't had the patience because I had that and I had Blue Dragon I was playing too, which is another game they need to bring back.
But I'm surprised they didn't bring Blue Dragon.
I thought they did.
I don't know.
I thought they did bring Blue Dragon.
I remember they was talking about it, but I don't remember anything.
Yeah, I don't recall. I
Concrete.
don't recall seeing Blue Dragon making the cut.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
it was.
GameSpot has like a list.
Yeah, I'm on there. Because
Apparently,
the reason why Blue.
the Nintendo Switch is not backwards compatible either.
Oh yeah, I just saw that. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not. But that's
Oh
okay.
shit! It
It would have
is.
been nice,
Yep.
but it would have been
Yeah, it
nice
is.
because they could have.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. So they all they did was confirm that they were doing it, which we already knew, but it's not out. Pretty much. Oh wait, that was 78 days ago. Who knows what's gonna happen since then? But yeah, you remember when Phil Spencer was sending out like, "Yo, we about to do like multi-disc games
Yeah,
or some shit."
that was a while ago.
Yeah, exactly. So they still because Lost Odyssey was the first multi-disc game they had.
No, it
Blue Dragon
wasn't.
should
No,
be-
it wasn't. The first multi-disc
No,
game
remember
they had
Blue-
was-
No, I'm not talking about the Xbox 360. I'm talking about BC.
No, backwards
Oh,
compatible.
yeah.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was not.
What was?
It was Deus Ex Game of the Year edition.
That was a multi-disc game.
Yes, that was a multi-disc game.
What was
No,
on the
it wasn't.
second disc?
I don't
Exactly.
remember.
What was on the second disc?
I bought the DLC, so I don't know what the fuck was on the second disc.
But that was
The
a one
second
disc
disc was
game. I'll tell you
special
right now, that was a one disc
features,
game.
Yeah,
that
it
was a
was
one-disc game,
a
I'm telling you
one-disc
right
game. Yeah. Blast Odyssey is the first multi-disc
Because
backwards compatible
Oh, the
game.
orange
Yeah.
box is on backwards compatibility now.
yeah, that's what I was. That's what. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, you got like fucking. What that shit? That shit got 5 games on it, right? Portal, fucking. No, is it 5 games? Portal, Half-Life 1. Half-Life Episode 2.
Half-Life 2.
That's
Episode 1 and
3.
2.
What was the other 2? Team Fortress. That's 4.
Yeah, Team Fortress 2.
Was there a 5th? Probably. Maybe that's
It was,
Maybe
so
it
there was
just 4.
Half-Life 2, Half-Life 2 Episode 1, Half-Life 2 Episode 2, Portal, and Team Fortress 2. So those are the 5.
Oh, okay. Word. That's a great little deal.
Mm-hmm.
Phenomenal deal. I'm actually mad now because fucking Half-Life Episode 2 was so phenomenal, but now you don't even know what the fuck's gonna happen.
People are like, "Oh,
Ain't coming out with a
Half-Life
third
3."
one.
I'm like, I don't want Half-Life 3. I'll just take Half-Life fucking Episode 3. Give me that. That can't take half as much time as actually a new game. You can even put it on the old fucking system. There's the entire list. 250 plus games, dude, on backwards compatibility.
Alrighty, that's phenomenal. Yeah. Remember people were trying to say, oh man, they're not gonna fill up that list. That's 250 already, bro. That's crazy. But nah, yeah. I don't know. I'm excited. Hopefully they come out with that Lost Odyssey on digital soon. I don't know what the fuck it takes so long to do that. But yeah. It's some fucking.
I think
Yo,
it's just a way to go from this to this.
real quick, spoilers if you don't want to hear the end of Half-Life Episode 2. Yo, when he got killed, what was the whole point of that? I forgot, because it's been so long, I really forgot what happened. Because I remember the guy got killed at the end, the black guy that she was with, her father or whatever.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't. I didn't.
And
think
where
they
were we
showed it,
going?
right?
I don't remember. No, they did. Didn't they? Didn't they show him
I
impaled?
thought it died, and then they thought there was an explosion or something, but I can't remember if they actually showed him dying.
I think I'm going off memory. I think they showed him
She was a bad
impaled.
bitch, dude. She was the first bad bitch since Lara Croft. There was a distance, but she was a bad motherfucker. She's also the
Yeah, she
first
was.
minority that was a bad motherfucker too, that I can remember.
She reminds me of Kate or whatever from Gears of War.
She reminds me of the woman
Yeah.
I dream about. Know what I'm saying? She was...
You definitely jerked off the Half-Life. You definitely jerked off the Half-Life. Yo, this is why when you say thick or something like that, we bring up shit, okay? Alright, this is why, because your brain is always on that shit, motherfucker. Playing video games, beating off the fucking...
Hold on.
What's the
Oh,
name?
damn, hold on. Ugh.
Yeah, every time a father comes on the scene, he over here looks away.
I can't even stop. I'm beating off and her dad pops up. I'm like, oh! I'm caught.
This nigga was happy once he died. He's like, finally, yo, just me and her. He's gone. and it never came out with a new game. But nah, that shit. I don't know what the hell Gabe and I'm doing. That's crazy. To have an ending like that. And,
Yeah, speaking of games with funny endings, any of you guys watch that Red Dead Redemption 2 trailer?
oh yeah,
I
I
didn't
did.
watch it. I think I watched it, but I was like half asleep, so I don't remember it.
It wasn't worth it to be honest. But go ahead, cool. I mean, Dane, what you think about that?
I didn't watch it. I didn't play Red Dead. Not big on it. Not big on open world games.
Oh
yeah,
yeah, that's true. Red
he's not
Dead's
an open
phenomenal.
world games fan, so.
No, he said that. I forgot, but I'm telling you right now, Red Dead, man, open world, linear, doesn't matter, bro. That game is phenomenal.
It is.
Phenomenal. Yes, it is. Yes,
Well, you
it
know the
is.
good thing about it, I can always go on Amazon and buy a copy, or download it
Yeah,
from
that's
the
true.
Xbox One store.
That's true. Yeah, you could. Is it still free?
It wasn't free.
Wasn't it? No. Oh yeah, it was like $5 or some shit. That's pretty much free.
I think it's people. Oh man, I thought I saw Silent Hill 2 as a backwards compatible game. Then I was like,
With Silent Hill 2? Mm.
yeah, that was easily the best Silent Hill game.
I didn't play any Silent Hill, to be honest. That was a little bit not before my time, but I was fucking playing N64 and shit heavy. That was my Xbox back then, the N64. Shit. All I needed was GoldenEye, Smash Brothers, Mario Kart. Yo, that's all I needed. Some Perfect Dark. Yeah, I miss the 64. Alright, so we done?
I don't
Like,
know.
is there anything else? I
Anything else?
don't even know.
But really, none of you guys watch
Skyrim.
None of you guys watch the shit.
No.
Oh yeah, my bad. No, I said I watched it. It just wasn't nothing crazy. They didn't really show nothing. It was just either Dutch or whoever was in the previous game talking. Like yeah, we're gonna have to do this or this. Talking about some past shit like yo, some shit's gonna happen or some shit like that. It was stupid to be honest. It was just some guy talking. Red Dead Redemption. You see some people walking. You see fucking sun and fucking metal, and that's it. Like it was nothing crazy. Like it's not.
Okay.
Yeah, it was nothing. It was just I don't know why they did that. There's probably some investor back shit they had to fucking come out with the game before it got leaked or some shit. I don't know. Because they just came out with a trailer that had nothing in it and it said fall 2017. It's like what the fuck? I gotta wait. I mean, a year and a half or a year. But I don't know.
I don't know. So the last I think the
Wow,
last thing on the
silence takes the
docket,
crowd.
the last thing on the gaming docket is Skyrim. More bad Sony news. At least if you're interested in mods on consoles. The Skyrim Special Edition will be out next week, the 28th. For those, that's also when I'm getting my interview for my job that may pay me a lot of money. On the PS4, mods reserve space will only be 1 gigabyte, which is half of what Fallout 4 Xbox space has, which is hilarious. Bethesda has confirmed. That's a little more than the original 900 megabyte limit Sony had imposed, but not much. Comparatively, the Xbox One version will allow 5 gigabytes. That's 5 times more space. What is Sony thinking? There has to be something wrong with what Sony's doing.
There has to be. We know there is. And anyone defending it is just a fucking fanboy at this point. I don't want to hear shit. You telling me, so what kind of mods am I going to fucking get with 1 gig compared to 5? Now, is that just like this 1 gig total? Is that all the mods? They could only
that's all the mods. All the mods have to equal 1 gig. Here's the problem, or lack of a problem maybe for the one mod, is that you can only use in-game assets, but Microsoft allows you to use external assets.
Yeah.
So the size limit is kind of crappy still, but I expect there to be some fucking pretty good mods for the Xbox version. Exploding Chicken mods will come out for sure, which is a fun fucking mod.
Man, They're gonna come out with all the mods that's on Skyrim now. That fucking Randy Savage fucking
Randy
mod.
Savage mod.
That fucking,
what's nice is that
Thomas,
Randy Savage, his estate didn't do anything like negative, like cease and desist or anything stupid like that shit.
So they allowed it to stay in. That's cool.
Yeah.
Fucking. Well, I saw the other one. I never understood this one because I should look it up on YouTube. The Thomas mod.
Yeah, the Thomas train.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. But yeah, it's mods like that people are gonna fucking miss out on. The fanboys gonna act like those aren't worth shit. But that's the reason why you fucking play games, or mod games, that add experiences like that to make the game just way funnier. Fucking dragon coming over here, it sounded like Randy Savage. But yeah, that's crazy. 5 gigs compared to 1.
It won't I bet you there's gonna be some people on the PlayStation 4 because in-game assets. So it's not going to take up a whole bunch of space anyways, but still, it's kind of bullshit. The size issue is going to be a bigger deal on the Xbox One, despite having 5 gigabytes, because I used up my 2 gigabytes pretty fast on Fallout 4. But it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun to add in, and there's it's not only that, but there's the benefit of having mods that help improve the performance of the game by removing features that you don't care about, like God rays or some bullshit like that. Removing garbage, like in Fallout 4, there's a lot of garbage just lying around, like bringing the frame rate down. So there's a mod out that removes all the non-essential garbage from the ground, and it increases your frame rate, especially in busy areas, a ton.
Facts, because I did all that shit. And that's the only reason why I bought Fallout 4. I think I told you guys because Anaki was telling me about Fallout. I'm like, you know what? Whatever. I'm a Skyrim Oblivion guy. I'll play it because I hate that setting. But once I bought the game was somewhat fun, but it didn't attract me. But once that mod shit came out, and I was able to add grass so I could actually see something green. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I took away all that shit, the rays and shit you was talking about. I didn't do the garbage shit. I didn't do that, but I added a whole bunch of other shit into the game, and it's like, okay, now I really want to play this shit now.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
It definitely helps. Like that's no bullshit at all. Because I was gonna waste $60, and I still am because I'm playing Overwatch and everything else. But
it looks like they got the Xbox One controllers are working with Minecraft on the Gear VR edition. For those who give a shit.
Nah, I don't.
Yeah, some people, I'm sure somebody cares, so I figured I'd say that Microsoft just tweeted it, so.
Oh, shit.
That's people were wondering why it didn't have controller support, the Xbox controller support, but it's in there now. That's pretty much it for that. The only thing, there's not much to talk about sports. My team sucks. My other team playing baseball right fucking now is awesome, winning 3-0 right now.
Oh, okay. Cubs. Yeah, I don't watch baseball. Sorry.
It's been 108 years, dude.
They're gonna lose in the World Series. That's all that's gonna happen. They're gonna get to the World Series. They're gonna lose, and they're gonna lose. It doesn't matter. You still got a hex on you, man. You're gonna lose. I don't care if you got I already know you guys got a fucking crazy ass lineup over there. Probably one of the best of all time. But hey, fuck yeah. At least that's what they say. I don't really know.
It is one of the best. It's probably the best team to play baseball since the '99 Yankees. That was the last super team that played in baseball, and that's what they consider the Cubs, a super team. There's no glaring holes in the lineup or anything like that. And they've got their pitching staff. Here's the funny thing: the pitching staff, their starting pitching staff's ERA. So the 5 guys who pitch for them, their combined ERA is less than the best ERA in the American League.
What is it though?
It's like, I think their combined ERA was 2.93, and the guy who won the Cy Young had like a 3.30 ERA.
That's fucking crazy. Because last time I remember, because shit, when I used to watch baseball, last time I watched baseball was when the Yankees, or no, it wasn't the Yankees. Was it the Texans who had that crazy ass pitcher?
Yeah.
With that arm. Yeah, that's the last time. That was the last fucking baseball season I actually paid attention to. So
Was
you
that
see how long ago that.
2011.
Yeah, it was like it had to be like 5-6 years ago. Yeah, I was gonna say it was like 5 years ago.
That's when they lost in the 7 games to the Cardinals.
Right.
I watched that.
That's back when
I thought for sure they were gonna win, dude. I thought the Texans were gonna beat the Cardinals, and then they had one out and they were down by like 3 runs, and they came back and won that fucking game. I was like, Jesus Christ, dude.
Shit.
They had to make that team sick, dude. That fucking Texas team, sick to their stomach.
Nah, last time I remember about baseball, when I was watching the Tampa Bay Rays were fucking good. Evan Longoria was going crazy. That's the last time I watched baseball. You see how long ago that shit was.
The only Longoria going crazy now is Eva.
Yeah, he's trash now. I don't know what the hell happened.
Well,
he was phenomenal.
He just got old, dude. He just got older and injuries. No, he got.
Wasn't he was young as shit when I was watching it.
Yeah, but he was also hurt. He got hurt a lot. He got hurt.
Yeah, he got hurt a couple times. Yeah, that's true. I remember that. He did
slow you down faster than anything. You get a fucking shoulder problem and a fucking elbow problem, and all of a sudden you suck.
Word of facts. Shit. But yeah, that's it for baseball for me. Basketball, I'm excited about what I see about the Lakers. I'm liking what I see. So I'm liking that Nick Young is stepping up and actually playing defense. He's really freaking making me happy this preseason. He's playing phenomenally. So I don't know. Other than that, I ain't paying attention to sports much. What about you, D? Any sports?
I think Damian's out. He dropped.
Oh, you left already?
Yeah,
I didn't even see that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I don't know about any of my other teams, dude. I'm like, what the fuck? The fucking Bears? Did you hear what happened? Like
no, what happened?
Their backup quarterback got his arm broken in the game Thursday night.
Oh, so what they? Man, it's a that long.
He got fucking tag teamed by fucking Clay Matthews and Julius Pepper. They fucking totaled him.
Oh yeah, they killed him. Clay Matthews, fuck Clay Matthews. Either one of them by themselves. I would take Clay Matthews if I remember correctly. He's a much bigger boy than he's not a much bigger boy, but he's a bigger boy than Julius Pepper.
No one. The Julius Peppers is 6'7", 300 or 290 pounds, dude.
Wait, isn't Clay Matthews the fucking the linebacker?
Yeah, he is, but Julius Peppers is a fucking freak of nature. Clay Matthews is a big guy, but Julius Peppers is.
I gotta look up
Julius Peppers when he was playing for the Panthers? I remember the first year he was on the Bears, where he sacked the quarterback. The quarterback got the ball thrown up in the air. He deflected the ball, and then caught the ball, and then ran it back almost for a touchdown.
Okay.
This guy is.
Oh yeah, Julius Peppers. I forgot about him. Yeah, he's the truth. I was talking about the wrong player. This is not the player I was talking about. Yeah, this is not the player I was talking about.
Yeah, you can't have those two guys. Yeah, it broke his arm. They don't know if Cutler will be able to be coming back with his torn ligament from his thumb, but they got some I don't even know who the hell they got coming in. They got some dope.
Yo, Clay Matthews is bigger than Julius Peppers, bro.
Is he?
Yeah, Clay Matthews is bigger than Julius Peppers. I'm looking at Julius Peppers now. At least back when he was Green Bay. Cause I remember him in Green Bay, but
he's still on
Clay Matthews is bigger. Yeah, at least I didn't see Clay Matthews this season, but Clay Matthews is definitely bigger than fucking Julius in my opinion. The thing is, Julius is more cut. Clay Matthews has more at fucking.
Julius Peppers is old too. He's 36 now.
Oh, okay.
Clay Matthews is 6'3". Trying to find his weight.
Let me see.
He's got family. Clay Matthews has family, 3 or 4 guys that played in the 6'3", 255 pounds. He's the third.
So
Julius Peppers. Julius Peppers.
Yeah.
is
To me, Clay
6'7".
Matthews look better.
Julius Peppers is 6'7", 287 pounds.
That's exactly why he looks bigger, because fucking Clay Matthews is shorter, so he's more bulkier. Cause that's what I'm saying. Like Julius Peppers look fucking small, but yeah, shit. That nigga getting hit by both of those guys.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Man, he got fucking destroyed. There's no way I'm putting any NFL shit in my fucking in this chat. This chat's on video, so they'll find that shit like a motherfucker.
Word.
Yeah.
But so I guess I don't know. Got to deal with Jay Cutler. So
yeah.
Well, is he even injured?
Yeah, he's injured.
So what the hell, they going to be going to the third string?
Yeah, their third string quarterback. I can't even remember who it is.
I know he's scared as shit right now.
No, it's what is that Bleacher Report? Everybody's like, no matter how Jay Cutler does, they're gonna get rid of him next year. I'm like, why would they get rid of a guy who's on a year-to-year contract?
Because he's on a year-to-year contract for a reason. That's
why. His contract goes year to year, but why would you get rid of him? So if they keep him, right, and they find someone better, they can get rid of him, and it's no beef off their. There's nothing that they don't have to worry about it, right? It's not on their salary cap. But let's say they go and they get somebody else, and then they draft this fucking quarterback. Let's say they draft a quarterback that's awesome, and then this guy's on the fucking books. If it's Jay Cutler, you could be like, thanks for the time, Cuddy. We'll see you later, and it's no sweat off your back. I don't know why they get rid of him. The way I look at it, dude, you either upgrade or you fucking just keep him. There's no reason to not keep him the way his contract is laid out.
It's so stupid, bro.
It's a favorable contract for the Bears. Here's what I tell people. People are like, oh, Hoyer's done what? Hoyer threw 300 yards. You know what Hoyer couldn't do? Find a wide open 6'4" fucking wide receiver wide open in the fucking backfield out in the fucking open for a game-winning touchdown. That's what Hoyer can't do because his arm can't throw. Well, now it really can't throw, but it couldn't throw when he was healthy, fucking down the field. So with Cutler, you know what Hoyer's not gonna do. You have at least some hope of winning. Cutler has 21 come from behind wins.
Yeah, that means that he always had to come from behind. That's the problem. But look, but hey, at least Hoyer's gonna play in the fucking playoffs and not sit on the sidelines on a bicycle.
his coaches, man, his coaches pulled him out of that game. Like, they should have been more open about that, dude. They should have been right away. Look, we didn't give him a choice. He was pulled off. We pulled him off.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he wasn't given the choice of whether he can go back in. He went on.
Let me ask you a question.
What?
Jay Cutler's been there for at least 7 years, 6 years, something like that.
2009.
Okay, so that's fucking 7 years, something like that. Yo, you telling me that Jay Cutler doesn't have enough steam to fucking say I'm coming in the game? I don't give a fuck what you're telling me. You're telling me
that was his second year on the team.
Wait, when that bicycle shit happened?
Yeah,
wasn't that 2 years ago?
No, that was 2010.
Holy shit, yo. Okay, I definitely need to stop because time is going by way quicker.
You're like oh god damn. 3 years ago. You have to go back and check everything else. You're like, oh my god.
Yeah, I gotta see what year I was born. I thought it was 88. Might be something different. That shows you. But hey, I'm going off your word. I don't know if you're 100% correct.
Yeah, it's 2010. 2009, he came to Chicago with the trade. 2010, they went to the playoffs and FC a conference.
Wait. What year did he get drafted?
2006.
So he had time before the Bears to show that he was a piece of shit.
No.
I know he was playing good. I know he was playing good when he came in.
Yeah, he was playing good. He played good 2010, 2011 before he broke his thumb. Caleb Haney had to win one fucking game. They had 5 games left. He just had to win one game. They would have gone to the playoffs. He couldn't win one fucking game.
Yeah.
He just needs
All
to
I
win
know
one
is
game.
Jay Cutler's like all the females we was talking about prior to the show. You know what I mean? He's just like the. He comes over there 2-3 years, gives you a good 2-3 years, and he's like, you know what? I got you, bitch. Now I'm gonna eat off of you. I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna eat off of you. That's all he's fucking doing, yeah. Jay Cutler don't care. So.
Nah, he cares, dude.
I'm not.
You gotta. Hey,
Nah.
this is what you have to remember.
Nah.
He grew up
Nah.
cheering for this team. This is his team growing up.
Then how come he's not cheerful while he's playing?
He can't allow himself to get too excited or too down when he's on the field, because he's type 1 diabetes. Because while he's on the field,
mm-hmm.
he gets checked, right? They check his blood sugar levels, because if his blood sugar levels drop too low, his reaction times become slow. Some people were saying there's a problem. Some people who have diabetes type 1 have a problem seeing at night. And for a long time, they were wondering if maybe that was an issue. Of course, no one's going to fucking say anything, because that's giving guys competitive advantages.
I'm going to be completely honest with you. You just sound like a Bears fan who's trying to stick us.
No, man.
Because Jay Cutler, I've been watching Jay Cutler enough to know that.
Look, what I'm saying is, I don't ever want to. Don't get rid of somebody just to get rid of somebody, right? Unless they're a problem in the locker room. You don't get rid of somebody. If you're going to get rid of somebody, I want somebody better in their place. Don't get rid of Jay Cutler unless you can get something. Hoyer is not better than Cutler.
No, exactly. But this is what I was going to say before we went into this whole shit. I would take Hoyer because of the way he acts around people. Because Jay Cutler, from what I'm hearing or I'm seeing on TV, people don't gravitate to Jay Cutler. People don't really care about Jay Cutler that much. But that's the problem, because he's the quarterback. That is the problem. That's why I'm saying he needs to go. I don't care if you could be fucking average, but you could fucking make the people around you better. Jay Cutler ain't doing all that.
If they get rid of him, where do you think he's going?
I don't give a fuck.
He's going
as long as he ain't on the team.
$10 he goes to Miami and he takes over Tannehill's job.
Yo, you know what? I don't even want to say nothing because I ain't fucking pay attention to Tannehill in a while. But Tannehill's, from what I remember, Tannehill's fucking has great potential.
He has great potential.
He's good and he's great potential. I don't know what's going on now. I don't pay attention to him.
Look at the Dolphins now.
But I would not give up Tannehill for Jay Cutler, personally, from what I remember about Tannehill.
No,
I would not do that.
The guy that's
because he was younger and coming out too, so it was like.
Well, the guy that's in the Dolphins right now, he's the one. Jay Cutler's best year was last year, even though they lost a lot. They lost by like fucking bullshit margins. In fact, he brought them back in like 4 games, and then the defense gave it away in the last play of the game.
That's horrible.
So, but he played really well under the coach that's coaching the guy who's coaching the fucking Dolphins right now. I'm trying to find. Here's Tannehill. He's under a contract that's pretty huge.
Yeah, they signed him. I remember they signed him something big last year or whatever it was. Yeah, signed him something pretty big. Because he's good from what I remember. That first year, I remember his rookie year when he came in, he was decent, but the Dolphins sucked. But now that the Dolphins have a better defense or defensive line, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know how their O-line is, to be honest. So, the fuck is this? I just think I found a new species.
Here's an article by Fox. Sorry, Adam Gase. Even you can't fix Ryan Tannehill. Let me look at his stats. This year, he's 66% completion, 6 touchdowns, 7 interception, a QBR of 43.5, and a rating of 85.9.
I'm sorry, I'm being honest. I've been watching Bug Wars. Remember I told you I'm watching a whole bunch of cats and shit?
Yeah.
Cats and shit. I'm always on Nat Geo and shit like that, but I've been watching Bug Wars, and I'm staring at a spider right now. I'm literally staring at a small-ass spider, trying to see if I can see where I see that fucking... The fuck, I need to turn on the light.
Dolphins are 1-4. They play tomorrow. No, they're 2-4. My bad. He didn't play in the other win, I guess.
Okay. This might be a baby spider, but yeah, I'm pretty much done for.
All right.
Fuck your Cubs and fuck your Dolphins. Fuck your Bears.
Fuck my Bears.
Actually, Bears I don't care about because your Bears ain't gonna do shit. But fuck your Cubs.
All right, I wanna thank all of our listeners. If you got to this far, thank you for listening to us talk about fucking sports. We do enjoy it. We'll talk more come basketball season though. If I don't just tap out at the fucking start.
Nah, Chicago looking decent.
Yeah, but they can't shoot. So
go to the hole. You got Jimmy Butler out there. You got fucking McDermott. What the fuck else do you need? You got McDermott. Just put Dougie at the top of the key. Fucking tell Dwayne Wade and Jimmy to fucking cut all day and go to the basket and just dish it out.
Dish it out to McDermott. I want to thank all of our fans. If you want to support us, you can support us by going to patreon.com/fanzone. Donate some money. We'll get this back up on this audio podcast back up. I know everybody wants it back up, so they don't have to fucking watch this bullshit. Anyways, have a nice day, guys. Peace out.